smart desktop organizer. It is so much more than a regular scanner, because think of it this way. If you have 1 million receipts, scanning them into the computer, you still have 1 million receipts. Right. And just like rummaging through a file folder or a box to find them, it's the same way digitally going through your computer. And that's where the NeatDesk is different, because it organizes things so that you can find them in a split second. And it's everything from your recipes to your business cards to your documentation to all of those receipts when you get ready to do expense reports.
Yep.
I want to introduce you to Brett Hamilton.
Good to see you.
How are you, my friend?
Good, good.
I trust this guy. I own a small business outside of QVC, and I am not by nature organized, but I have to be organized or my head will explode.
Yeah, well.
And Brett showed me this unit, a little different, a while back, and I bought one for the office and I bought one for home, and I got to tell you, this may be the coolest electronics piece we've ever done.
Well, I think when people take a peek at this, they go, it's a scanner, big deal. So I'm taking pictures of stuff that I already have pictures of, that I already have documents of, and that is wrong. What this is doing is it's not only grabbing the image, it's making everything searchable. And for those of you wondering, what does that mean?
And it's doing it automatically right now.
It's doing it automatically. But look, even crumpled receipts and stuff like
Yes.
that, faded receipts, business cards, torn documents, all of this stuff becomes searchable instantly. And what does that mean to you? That means that you're not making more clutter for yourself digitally. What you're doing is you're now able to find anything that we just scanned. And when I say that,
everything I've got sitting right here, 15 documents, 15 business cards, 15 receipts, was done in just a few moments, but now I've got it exactly where I need it to be, and I can find it. Now, the NeatDesk, you should know this. We've never done a NeatDesk Today's Special Value, although the piece of equipment has been remarkably popular. It is out there in the marketplace in the white, nowhere near this affordable price. The NeatDesk usually sells by itself for a price of $389. We are then going to tell you about something called Cook and Recipe, which is a huge, huge software program if you love recipes and cooking. That's $78. We're at $467 right there. Our price for one day and one day only is $299.95. We've got it with free shipping and handling. That saves you another $12 and change. And we've got 5 easy pay payments. And we're going to give you some colors you can't find anywhere else.
but regardless of the color, they all do the same thing. And what does it do exactly? Because I get a lot of questions on Facebook going, how is this different than another scanner? So you saw us take all of these documents, all these business cards, and all of these receipts,
That
and
could
we
be
sent them through. It's this mess, right? All right, so we're going to throw those away. Now, you're going, well, how do I find this information later on? Because I don't want to get rid of the bills. I don't want to get rid of the receipts.
Right.
All right, so I met a guy named Dan years ago, and I know that he restores cars. I think his last name is Hughes. I don't know. So I'm going to go to the search engine up here. By the way, this is your computer. We just plugged a TV in, so it's nice and easy for everybody to see. There's a search engine. Think of it like your own private Google. And I just start typing in Hughes. And I hope that I still have his card. And sure enough, there's his card.
Pops up right away.
And then everything that's on the card is now inside here. So this thing is smart enough.
And you didn't type any of this in.
The only thing that I added in, it didn't recognize your street address the way it put it someplace else. So you can go and correct it, okay? Or you can go and add to it, or you can go and take things away from it. But in the little bit of time that you showed the colors, I was able to go and find this, or do an edit, or do whatever it might be. So now anything that you want to find, anything that you've scanned in the past, now is searchable inside this little engine right here, this little window.
And this could be anything. This could be, we talk about business cards. This could be your bills. This could be your finances. Instruction manuals. It could be insurance forms, kids' school forms, medical, retirement, taxes, as we get ready for April. If you think this year went by fast, next year will go by even faster. Real quick update, and we're going to get into some demos. The blue is not available anywhere else at retail. That was made only for us from the nice folks at NeatDesk. The red is only available here. We've already, in this hour, and we just started the demonstrations, already have had close to 1,000 of you on the phone lines. We're going to add that to the roughly, 8,000 that were purchased, over 5,000, pardon me, since midnight last night. This black, the black, they say is out there in the marketplace, but I got to tell you, good luck finding it, because it is such a limited basis. Our price is better, we've got the colors, and it rocks. Now, let's say I love spending time in the kitchen.
And a lot of you do, right?
Wait till you see this software. And the software is valued at almost $100, And that's not normally included.
Now, you can't get this together. So this was built specifically for QVC, a company called Cookin'. Think of them as like Pinterest for food. So here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
You've got this live feed, and once you install the software, this feed will constantly update and look at all of these different choices, all of these different recipes, all of this stuff you have access to. And again, you're saying, well, how is this different than any other thing that I've seen online? Well, we're going to take grilled Hasselback potatoes, and we decided that tonight we're going to make those potatoes.
Okay.
Here's the recipe. Well, this looks like anything else online until you start to mess with all of your choices right here. And look at this option right here. This option allows you to essentially steal that recipe and put it in your own private recipe, online recipe book.
That
so
is
now
created
I have all
by
the
your
ingredients.
NeatDesk.
Yep, all the ingredients. Again, maybe not all that impressive. Check this out. Up in the upper right-hand corner here, it says one person. So if you're very lonely and you were making them for yourself,
Okay.
this is what you would make. But all of a sudden, you find out that 4 or 5 people are coming over and you need to make more. I don't know how to adjust those numbers.
That's going to require some math. Yeah.
So I've increased it to 5 people. And all I do is hit OK.
Now watch this. Watch.
Take a peek at the left when I hit the OK button. So we're going to go from 4, 1/4, 2 teaspoons to, boom. Now we need 20 potatoes.
Yes.
Now we need 3.5 tablespoons of garlic. It automatically adjusts all that stuff for you. Now you know that this is the meal, this is how you're going to make it.
But wait, there's more.
But wait.
Because before you can cook those ingredients, you've got to
Yep.
go to the grocery store to buy them.
Yeah, and it's as easy as going up here and finding the little grocery store icon. So
You
now,
hit
what
it.
do I buy? I don't know. It tells you right here.
And tells you even by brand name.
Gives you your shopping list. It gives you a ballpark of what it's going to cost. So it's going to cost $17 to make Hasselback potatoes. I hope they're tasty. And by the way, nutritional information is available as well.
Look at this. So here's what you're going to get. We are now talking about the one and only tool that I am aware of that will organize your life. And here's the problem. When you are so busy that you're not organized, you don't have the time to read an instruction manual and become some mechanical whiz with electronics. This does it for you.
Yep.
This is a good example. All those owner's manuals, and you've got a file probably that fat with all the different things that you present here on air.
Sure.
We all have owner's manuals. They're stuffed in a drawer in the kitchen or a box somewhere. When you buy something, go ahead and scan them directly into the NeatDesk and look how fast it scans.
By the way, this is taking the front and the back. You have the option of black and white or color. This is the owner's manual for the little handheld Dyson that I have. I have a file cabinet up in my office, my spare bedroom / office, that has, without exaggeration, probably more than 100 instruction books. Even for stuff that I probably should have thrown away 10 years ago, because I'm pretty sure that VCR doesn't work anymore.
All of this
took one of those
in here.
Yeah, and we can find it because you know what? We saved it under, well, instruction manuals. So
Okay.
we go into instruction manuals, and there it is. So check this out. It's like, wow, it's nice and tiny. Well, you can make it full size.
Sure.
So now you can get rid of the hard copy, and you now have a digital copy of everything that was in that owner's manual.
And if you ever
can
need a hard
scroll-
copy, you can always print it out again.
You can print it out again.
Because you've got it.
But you can scroll page to page and look at it exactly like it was. This is front and back that it grabbed.
Yep.
In full color. You have the option to do it in black and white as well if you want to save a little bit of space. But it's quick, it's easy to use, and you know what? Each time you scan something, you're throwing it away because the IRS will accept digital copies of your receipts and all of your tax information. For those of you wondering about taxes, once you've gone through the effort to ingest all this information inside there, you have the ability to export it as well. So you could send it to your favorite tax program or send it over to your accountant so they can do all the dirty work for you. And then all of this stuff just goes in the trash. It's gone.
It just is in the red. We started with
Whoop.
2,200 of these at midnight. We are now down to what, 340? About 300 remaining. I don't have an advanced order. This is it. The NeatDesk is the greatest gift of sanity because we're all in a cluttered environment nowadays. I'm not by nature very well organized, so I need tools to help me out.
Yeah.
And if I'm disorganized, again, my head will explode. I have never found anything easier than this. I actually use mine, correct me if I use the electronic term incorrectly, I use mine as a digital fax machine.
Well,
I had forms that I had to send off to my attorney, and I had printed them, signed them, put them in here, went up to here, and I was able to email them in a split second.
Yeah, so for those of you saying, well, when I buy printers and I buy, and not a scanner, but I have a printer now, it's always missing the fax machine option. A lot of people freak out and go, well, how am I supposed to take a document and then go ahead, sign that document, and get that signed document someplace else? Well, in the past, it took quite an effort. Now, There are two buttons on here, by the way. That's how easy this is to use. One says scan, and one says PDF.
And that's all you need. Everything is done by the software built into the unit.
So you were to just scan this through as a PDF, and the magic is that once that's scanned, whatever that document may be, and it could be an insurance form, it could be your
tax
kids'
forms,
it could be a permission slip, whatever it might be. You then can take that same document, and check this out.
Okay.
Take that document and put it here. So now you've got it on your computer, which means you attach it to an email and you fax it. So you don't need, or not fax it, email. You don't need a fax machine anymore.
Do you know why we keep all this stuff? And do you know why we have so many files and so many pieces of paper? Because we're scared to death we're going to lose it.
Right. Or you'll need
we're
it again.
We're scared to death that you read my mind, that you're going to need it again.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. Instead of digging and trying to find this, no, that's not it, or this, what this system does is takes all this clutter, all of it, and puts it into easily retrievable file folders that anyone can easily access on their computer, whether you've got a Mac or whether you've got a PC. So let's run another demonstration to show you.
All right.
We invite your phone calls for any of those of us who have the NeatDesk. I had never seen this technology until, what was it, about November of last year, I think?
Yeah, I guess it's been almost a year, yeah. And I'd seen it out on the market before. I never really had a chance to play with it, and I thought, well, this is something I might use here and there. Now, every time I bring something home, I'm getting really good at getting rid of the junk. So we've seen how we can get stuff from here to the computer, right? All this stuff that you can physically touch.
Right.
What if there's stuff online, right? What if there are recipes? What if there's information? And in this case, we're going to go to David Venable because many of you make a lot of recipes from stuff that he's posted online. Look at this. So we're going to go into the appetizer section here. Go ahead, pick something out.
Pick something fun. That sounds pretty good. Bacon jam bruschetta.
Bacon jam. All right.
I like that.
In the past, if you brought up a recipe, you would have to print the recipe.
Right.
Then you've got another piece of paper, and you've got another thing to file and another thing to store.
And because it's a piece of paper, you're going to sort through a whole bunch of other ones until you find what you want.
Exactly.
Or if you forget what it is, you'll never find it unless it's by luck.
Well, guess what?
But watch this.
So now we go to the print option, and we're not actually going to print it because forget the printer. It says
send
to
Neat.
So when we send to Neat, that means that when we go back to the software here, and we type, what was it that we just saved? Jam?
Bacon jam.
All right, so let's type in bacon and see what we get. So now it's going to find everything that has to do with bacon.
Oh, look at this.
And
bacon jam bruschetta.
Bacon jam bruschetta lives right here, and you can blow it up to here.
And it's everything that we just saw.
And now you can make it giant size.
I hope people don't get this.
This is an amazing
way
when
you first explained it to me,
yep.
I kind of went, okay, that sounds wonderful, but if I'm disorganized right now, how am I going to have the time to figure this darn thing out?
Well, here's the great part about it, and a lot of you wondering the same thing. How does this thing work? How do I get it to work when I get it home? Give you a piece of software. This works for Mac or PC. Doesn't matter what type of computer you have, desktop, laptop.
Took less than 5 minutes for me to download the software.
Yeah, so you put the software into the computer.
Yep.
Then you've got two cables. You've got one that plugs into the wall from here. You've got the other one, which is a USB cable that's plugging right into the same place you plug in a mouse or a printer. And then the magic comes from, let's take a peek up here for a second. These categories didn't exist. What it does is it gives you a blank cabinet, just like an empty physical file cabinet at home. So I named it Brett's Cabinet. And then I just started building categories for stuff that I use. So cooking, and there's bills, and car repairs, and all that stuff. You customize how you want your specific NeatDesk to look.
And this is powerful enough for a small business. I own a restoration shop.
A big business.
Every customer who comes into my shop, they are listed by customer name and the vehicle in which we're restoring. And I have access to that information immediately in ways that I never had before. It makes a filing cabinet obsolete. It makes digging through paperwork going, do you have the Smith file? I cannot find the Smith file. Where's the receipt for dinner on last Wednesday for the expense account?
Yep.
And it makes your life simpler. I spend less than 1/3 of the time that I used to on paperwork, and that is 2/3 more time for me to spend in my life.
Or doing something with your life, right?
It's an amazing piece of equipment. The red is almost gone. We started with 2,200 of these at midnight. There's 150 remaining in the red, and you can't get the red anywhere else. There's no advanced orders. The white is available in the marketplace, but it's considerably more expensive. This is an amazing price for one day and one day only. The blue is also exclusive to QVC. The black, I understand, is in the market, but good luck finding it. because it only went out to a limited number of retailers. So you can scan, save, and search, and instead of $467, you're paying Lisa, you're calling from Maryland, correct?
Yes, I am. How are you this morning?
I am doing great. I want to introduce you to Brad.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
Lisa, are you organized by nature?
Not somewhat
Don't
on
lie,
the computer,
Lisa.
but not in real life with paper.
Okay. In a perfect world, you know where everything is. This puts you in a position where you can find everything. And
Which is amazing.
It is, because every other scanner, here's a good example. If I've got a whole pile of receipts sitting right here,
Yep.
I can put that on a flatbed scanner, then put that one on a flatbed scanner, and do that one and that one and that one. But then I still have the exact same digital clutter in my computer. It doesn't mean I can retrieve it.
Yeah, it's essentially
Right.
starting
I
with
just
100
have
receipts.
scan 1, scan 2, scan 3, but not I
Yes.
can't search for it.
Yeah, there's no point in
This-
scanning 100 receipts to have 100 more files.
This is how crazy this is. This happens to be a grocery list that includes black beans, kidney beans, and sweet onions. When this gets scanned in, I could type in the word black beans, and it would bring up the receipt that I have in my hand. That's how the search engine on this thing works. It is
I'll
truly,
be scary organized.
yes.
Yeah, so you might find stuff you didn't want to find.
Now, is this for your home use, or do you by chance own a business?
I own a business.
Okay. What type of business do you own? Here's your chance to plug the business.
I own a purchasing consulting business.
Okay. As a consultant, you've got to have your answers before they ask the question. Am I
Exactly.
right?
And I need to be organized for my taxes, for my expenses, everything.
Yep. Lisa, I think you're going to find in very short order that this was a piece of equipment that you absolutely have needed for your entire professional career, and you'll be blessed that you've got it. And even
Wonderful.
if it's for home use, because nowadays, my wife is the CEO of our family, and her corporate
Exactly.
office is the kitchen table.
Yep.
And believe me, she is the boss. This keeps everything in our home organized in a manner that we never had before, and it's super simple to do.
Definitely.
By the way, go ahead.
every mother is a working mother, as they say.
Yes. Yeah.
we found your black
So-
beans.
Yeah, by the way, we typed it in. Wait a minute. The black beans are, yeah, right
There
there.
they are. So now this tiny recipe gets thrown away. Not that you need to save the receipt for black beans,
But still.
just in case you're a black bean receipt saver collector.
It's that easy to retrieve. Lisa, email me and let me know what you think of this unit, because I am by nature a cheapskate. I bought 2 of these when they were out last year. By the way, they were a lot more expensive. I bought one for home use and one for my restoration shop. It has saved me so much time and so much frustration. Enjoy it.
Definitely,
Okay?
I will.
Thank you. Be well. Bye-bye.
Thank you, and take care. Have happy holidays.
You too.
Happy
Take
holidays.
care.
So again,
It's
watch
as
it.
simple as hitting scan.
There's 2 buttons. That's it. Look at what it's doing, because it's happening so fast you're missing it. And by the way, if it's a double-sided document like this one, it's scanning both sides of the document. It will go immediately from documents to, oh, this one got stuck. We'll
Sorry.
get that. It'll go straight from documents immediately to my business cards and start scanning all of those.
And by the way, speaking of getting stuck or malfunction or something like that, here's the nice part about it. If for some reason you put something in there that you shouldn't have,
Yeah,
or
watch.
it gets stuck or whatever,
Push
just
the
like
button,
that.
open it
There's
up.
one little button, it automatically throws it to red, resets it, you drop back again, you're green, and you're ready to go. So you can see everything that you're doing, and it's not like the old school copy machines where you have to pull out 15 different compartments to
I'll
get
tell
to
you
the
what,
paper.
there's a whole bunch of folks, myself included, who when I first saw it, I went, I really would like that.
Yep.
And I put it off for a little while, and I would continue to struggle. You know, when I pay the bills, my wife and I sit at the kitchen table. Now, paying my bills takes half the time that it used to.
Well, what's
and I'm
nice-
still old school. I don't do any banking on the computer. I still write checks out.
Yep, I do too.
It is absolutely a time saver.
And for those of you wondering, real quick, how do I get to all the different categories if I need to? How do I set it up for color, black and white? This interface could not be easier. In fact, Neat just did an update a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It was easy before, it's a lot easier now. So you've got what it says selected. Essentially, that's the difference between a file or a PDF. You can pick auto, and auto will allow you to do it all in one batch, or go, yeah, they're all going to be receipts, or they're all going to be contacts, or they're all going to be documents. Color or black and white. combine it so it's one file or a bunch of files, and there is one-sided or duplex. So everything is right at your fingertips in the upper left.
And Brett, I hate to interrupt you.
Yep.
We're not even halfway through the day. We're a little bit before 11 a.m. East Coast time.
Okay.
I literally have 2 dozen left in the red,
Okay.
and they're gone.
Bye.
So if you want the red, here's your chance to pick it up. This is the lowest price QVC has ever made a NeatDesk organizer available. And we're not talking about a few dollar savings from before. We're talking about a massive leap in your savings. The NeatDesk by itself usually sells for $389. That cook and recipe organizer at $78, I didn't know if I would use that until I used it one time and I went, oh wow, this thing's cool. And you'll use it often. That's a $467 retail value. We've got on the air for $299.95 and with 5 easy pay payments. So shipping and handling, that's taken care of. You don't pay the $12.72, and we will get it there with the credit card purchase in time for the holidays. Let's go out to Texas. Say hello to Sally, who's on our phone lines. Good morning, Sally. How are you?
Hey, Sally.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you gentlemen doing?
All right.
this morning?
Very, very well. Sally, why the NeatDesk? What are you hoping that it will do for your life or for the person that's going to receive it as a gift?
Well, my husband is a gift. It's a Christmas gift for my husband.
Okay.
And he's an engineer, and he's a paper hoarder.
Okay.
Aren't we
And
all, though,
so-
kind of?
Pardon?
I said, Sally, aren't we kind of all paper hoarders, though, in the end, right? Like, nobody throws anything away anymore.
Well,
Not you?
no, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't. And he has files upon files, and this will make it so much easier for him because he's wanted this, and I'm going to surprise him and give it to him this
That's a
year.
cool gift.
Beautiful. And I'll tell you what, as an engineer, he will really appreciate how brilliantly engineered this thing is. And Sally,
I think he will.
it's a loving gift from you, but I have a feeling it's also going to reduce some insanity for you in your life and clutter as well. Am I right?
It will. It most definitely will.
Yes.
It will. It will, because I love to cook and I collect recipes and I stick them in books and boxes, and now I can get them out. And then I have them. I don't have to worry about, oh, did I tear it? Where did I put it? I'll have it right at hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sally, the nice part about it is you don't need to know a darn thing about technology other than plugging the device into your computer, download the software first, then you plug the device into the computer, and then you just start loading it with all that clutter you were talking about from your husband.
Oh,
and
yes.
Yes. Yeah, and as you can see when you're looking at your TV right there, you can mix and match. You can do receipts and business cards and full-size documents all at once, or you can say, you know what, today's just going to be business card day, or today's just going to be receipt day. But once you load this stuff into the slot, you hit the scan button, and the machine automatically does the work for you. Even if by accident you put something in backwards and you're only doing one-sided, or you put it in upside down, you can go and rotate these documents. You can edit these documents later on. If you want to add, I know it's so fast we can't even keep up with the pile here. But you can go and add information to it as well. So a crinkled receipt, a faded receipt will actually get brightened up and look better once it goes inside the system here. So it's doing all the work for you. You could barely hear that, but there's like a crinkling noise because this receipt was so torn up. It's still figured out a way to get it through there. It's reading it, and it's on to the next pile. Isn't that wild?
That is wild. That is awesome.
And now it's going to take all these business cards for you, too.
It's so cool. And I'm telling you, it makes life so much simpler. I now touch a piece of paper once, and it's done.
Yep.
Then it goes in the shredder, and I'm finished. Albert Einstein once said that a neat desk was a real sign of insanity. And you know what?
He meant an actual neat
Yeah,
desk.
an actual desktop.
I was like, he was way ahead of his time.
He is way ahead of his. This is the easiest way to get rid of all the clutter in your life that's paperwork, and I think your husband's going to appreciate it. Sally, what color did you get
He's
it?
going to love it. I got it in black.
Okay, the black is out there in the market, but it's really hard to find, and I wish they had the black. The white is what I've got. That's what they first had available. Yours is on the way. We'll have it in Texas in about 5 days.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
There you go.
Thank you,
Search
Sally.
anything you scan, Sally. Anything at all.
Oh, that's going to be, he is going to just have a wonderful time with this.
Awesome.
I probably won't see him until the new year.
Yeah, but you'll be clutter-free when it's all
You'll be
done.
clutter-free. Yeah.
Yes,
Just
he
lock him
will.
in a room someplace with all of that stuff and say, don't come out until it's in the trash.
He's going to his office. He's going in his office.
There you
and
go.
I won't
That's
see
good.
him.
Be well, Sally.
Awesome,
Enjoy
Sally.
the
Thank you.
holiday.
Okay, and enjoy the holidays. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hey, can I show you this
Okay.
cooking thing real quick?
I use it for business. I use it in our restoration shop. I also have a unit that my wife and I use at home.
Yep.
By the way, my wife, she's got a Mac.
It works
I'm
with
a
Mac?
PC guy. It works for either one.
Yep.
The one that we have at home is actually hooked up to her what is it, MacBook
Yep.
Pro.
Oh, by the way, for those of you wondering, I don't have an optical drive in my computer. Will this work? The answer is yes.
Yes.
You don't need to use the software disk we give you. You can go to Neat's website and download the software. You do need a USB port though. So make sure you know that it's not
Most
just going to
computers
magically
do have that.
So
By the way,
USB
the red,
and power.
And we have the red set up here for demonstration. The red is no longer available.
Pretend it's a
gone.
different color.
I'm colorblind, so it doesn't really matter.
It looks green to you.
Yes.
Can I show you something
Don't
cool?
buy the green. Yeah.
All right, so people are asking about the extra software we're giving you. This is called Cooking, and this is pretty cool whether you're just kind of like, hey, I bake every now and then, or cook every now and then, or you do it every day. We all run out of ideas.
We just basically have his computer monitor hooked up here so you can see
You're looking
it.
at a big computer. So this live recipe feed is updated constantly, daily, weekly, whatever.
Okay.
So maybe we're looking for something for the holidays that we've never ever played before. So how about Grinch kebabs? All right. So Grinch kebabs, this is pretty cool. It gives you the recipe, and that in itself is really not all that amazing because anybody can go online and find that until you can then make it part of your recipes because you hit one button and it builds your recipe card. And by the way, when you save these recipes, if you want to take them to a printer, they make a really pretty recipe book that you can hang on to. But the whole idea is clearing the clutter and hanging on to this stuff. This is the most amazing part for me. So this is set up to serve 24 people.
You got a party.
What happens if all of a sudden everybody's bringing a guest or everybody's bringing kids? Now I need to set this up for, I don't know.
That'd be 48.
How about 40? How about, I don't know if it'll do 61. Let's do 55.
Okay. So we started
With 24 Grinch kebabs.
with 24 and was what? Green grapes?
Here, I can slide this over. Say
Yeah,
the
green
word.
grapes.
Say the word.
So go ahead and hit it.
Hit OK.
It automatically updates for exactly what it is that you need to get in your ingredient list.
Yep, so now we have it for 55 people.
Okay.
There are a lot of parents
Can
going,
you do a shopping list for me as well?
well, before we get to the shopping list, is this good for my kids? We find out whether or not this is tasty or
You
not.
going
Yeah, we know
nutritional?
it's tasty. So it gives you the nutritional information, gives you everything that'll be
How
inside
could a Grinch
there.
kebab possibly be bad
How
for
could-
you?
I don't think so. But to your point about the shopping list,
In fact, it had no nutritional
value, it was
value
just
whatsoever.
air.
Yeah.
But with click of one button, Grinch Kebab shopping list is built, tells you exactly what you need for all of those people you are bringing.
At 55 people, and I could bill it for $1.41. That's my
Wow.
type of hors d'oeuvre.
Where are they shopping for? They were growing their own grapes, and they were stealing the toothpicks, obviously.
Oh, that's so
There's no
funny.
price on the toothpicks. There you go.
This is the piece of equipment to really, truly get organized. And if you feel emotionally like this year's Christmas season has just run right into you, you're not ready, it snuck up on us like it did last year. Part of that feeling is because we are disorganized. And we are at a frantic pace in America today. That pace is not going to go away. So when you get yourself organized and reduce the clutter in your life, the world kind of slows down a little.
You know what? And it's less stuff. I'm just so tired of paper.
I agree.
Paperwork and stuff
I
like
agree.
that. I bring stuff home and then I don't know what to do with it. It's nice now that I can put it inside the scanner. It lives someplace and I throw, especially,
I
no
used to have
offense to Home Depot.
stacks on my desk.
It's Home Depot that drives me crazy because every time I buy something there, I buy more than one thing.
Right.
Some of it goes back. So I used to just staple or pin that stuff to a bulletin board on the side of my refrigerator, knowing eventually I'll need it. Now I can just scan it into
That's so
here and
funny.
get rid of it all.
We're going to go off, say hello to Sherry in Tennessee. Sherry, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Why the NeatDesk for you?
Well, I think just a moment ago you were talking about me, about how things have snuck up on me, how I'm disorganized, and I'm the typical one that has two things. One, a drawer full of receipts that I'm afraid to throw away and ready to get rid of. And second of all, I have a 3-drawer plastic roll-in drawer that I have recipes in that I've found over the years. And every holiday, I'm scurrying through them trying to find the recipes.
Yes. It's the way we did things.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just because you have possession of something doesn't mean you can find it.
That is for sure.
And that's my life right now. So I think this
Yeah.
is really fun.
That is for sure.
So I'll tell you, with recipes, and I love to cook, I still would wind up making pretty much the same darn thing every single Wednesday night because I knew I had recipes for other stuff, but I couldn't find which ones I wanted.
Or you weren't sure what you needed for them and all the other hassles that go along with it. You're going to love this. So you do cook, Sherry?
I do, and my husband does as well. So this is going to really, for us to be organized, this is going to be a whole new frontier for us.
Well, make sure you take advantage of that cooking software that we're giving you. It's like an $80 value or whatever. It's going to change the way you bake and cook and stuff like that. It makes it easy. It gives you the shopping list, and all of that stuff is constantly updating. It's really, really cool.
And you can set files up for him and files up for you.
Yep, right over here.
Because you don't want him stealing your recipes.
There you go.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that I had was that I can download this to more than one computer.
You can. So if you want to bounce this from computer to computer in the house, either take the disk or get the software online. You do need this to be plugged in when you use it, but you can use it on multiple computers, Mac and PC.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So I can take it from my PC in the computer room to out with my laptop in the kitchen to do the cooking and all that.
Yeah, just make sure you plug it in. So
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on its way. Sherry.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful holiday.
You too. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Right. Take care. Bye-bye.
You know what? Our motto all holiday long has been all the joy, none of the craziness. This gets rid of the craziness in your life. Well, paperwork-wise.
Well, I was going to say, that's a bold statement right there. I got plenty of...
Already our phone lines have been very, very busy. We've had, what, over 7,000 of you on the phone line since midnight last night. One color is now gone, the red. We still have the blue, which is exclusive. We have the white, which is available in the market, but at a much higher price. And the black, which is out there in the market, but very limited. It's normally $389 by itself. We'll save you close to $100 right there, but then we're going to give you another $78 worth of software. 5 months to pay for it, free shipping and handling, the lowest price NeatDesk ever here at QVC. Now, also still available, we have an additional Square Trade 3-year service agreement. Covers all mechanical, electrical failures, 100% parts and labor, 5-day service guarantee, great customer support, and even shipping both ways. More information is available on QVC.com. And while you're there, check out the fact that every single item today is available with 3 or more Easy Pays. Every single item, making your holiday shopping easier than ever before on what retailers now refer to as Green Monday. All items with a credit card can get there in time for the holidays. Brett, thank you, sir. Coming up at the end of the show, from the manufacturer of the world's